Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Braden, Tim, Second Legacy, you're amazing. And did you know that the Bump Act, the feisty little gun control act, failed miserably? The Democrats' plan for a marketing fiasco also failed miserably, and it just kind of turned out to be a big nothing burger. Almost like we told you it was going to happen. Everything that we're going to show you is from years of YouTube experience and analysis of these pesky little gun controllers. So if you're enjoying the content delivered with amazing humor and perfectly timed sarcasm, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Tim, you are a sage, as I've always said, both private and public. But we both nailed this one, man. The Bump Act didn't work out.
The old Bump Act.
Yeah.
You
hate to see it.
Yeah, it seems so, originally well structured and such a great idea for them to play that card. And sadly it blew up, or it didn't do anything. It just kind of fizzled.
I mean, it fell flat, man. It was, it was like something that goes flat. I don't know, a flat tire.
And they had
things.
All the paid propagandists on social media towing that line, dude. It was like multiple posts a day. The crazy rhino Republicans. Well, I guess they didn't call them rhinos. That's us. The crazy Republicans, the MAGA Republicans. Oh my gosh, they're putting machine guns back on the streets.
Full on machine guns.
Yeah, and it just and everybody, they're all reposting it, and yet nobody's talking about it. Like
it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
It is absolutely fascinating. Well, that's what we're going to break down right now. So, guys. If for some reason you are not aware, the Supreme Court struck down the ATF's overreach in the way that they did it through the bump stock, the Cargill case. That's the whole case that we're talking about. And it started a firestorm over the past weekend from the lefties. They were big mad, but it got to a point, and this is a very important point, a distinction. The left has this problem where if they do not define exactly what the issue is in a very concise, boiled down method, their followers don't pick it up and run with it. Like, for example, they'll say machine guns are legal. And then when you ask if machine guns are legal, they say, well, they're not legal. I mean, excuse me, they're not like restricted, but they are machine guns. Wait, are these machine guns or not? Well, they're like machine guns. I mean, they're essentially machine guns. So when they get into this little nomenclature of like, yeah, they fire faster, but they're not machine guns, but they might as well be machine guns, they lose interest. That's what, like, literally what we're about to show you. This is exactly what they tried to do, just like the abortion bans from Dobbs when we talked about it 2 years ago. It's exactly what they tried to do, but it fell flat. For example, look at number 7 here, Tim, because this is the lead up, or this is right after, rather. Breaking, Senate Republicans just blocked Senator Heinrich's bill to ban bump stocks. Return to the status quo set by Trump and ensure a tragedy like what happened in Las Vegas never happens again. Again, you'll get that in a second. Dems will not stop working for common sense action to end gun violence in America. So it failed miserably. And then you also said Trump did it, but Trump didn't do it. So Trump's bad for the Supreme Court justices, but he's also bad for those. It's like, this is so convoluted.
Yeah.
It's bad.
That's what it took. So the first messaging didn't give credit to Trump for actually causing the bump stock ban. He did it, folks. Him and the NRA did it hand in hand together. And so they didn't want to give Trump credit for that because that would be a good thing in their minds.
Undermine them. Right.
So they just avoided the whole Trump discussion and then blamed his justices for undoing it. Mm-hmm. Not saying that he actually did it himself. It's that messaging or lack of consistent messaging, I think, that fell flat with the Democrats because they don't know how to pick this ball up and run with it. They don't. This one. They want to repost all this tripe, but when they get so much flack from people that actually know what they're talking about, and they realize they just posted a big dumb, just like the drawing that Giffords keeps putting out of just an M4 carbine stock and calling it a bump stock, or the CNN animation with the M203 and the grenade launcher. It's like they don't even know what they're talking about, and it's in the messaging. And so people are just like, okay. And the reality, folks, is that bump stocks, the machine guns they're worried about, they don't even need to exist. You can bump fire a weapon without them.
Exactly.
And
that was stated in the decision.
And what's missing from Chucky's comment here is the admission that they were trying to backdoor semi-automatics.
Yep. 100%.
It wasn't the bump stocks. And this goes back to my original argument when everybody's like, oh, I'm not going to fall on my sword for bump stocks. That's dumb. Right. It's like, people, it's not about the stocks. It's about what they're doing and how they're doing it. Right. And what it means in the long run. And when we said they're going to come for your semi-autos, people said, oh, you're just crazy. Sky is falling, Chicken Little. And that's exactly what they just did. And Heinrich,
Chicken Little,
stupid Bill.
This is big chicken. This is very big chicken. Nothing little chicken about this.
I mean, if you polished your AR-15 trigger, if you put an aftermarket Geissele trigger in it, if you did anything to increase the rate of fire,
Right.
It would be banned and go to the NFA under this bill.
then Heinrich, the senator from New Mexico, gets up there and goes, I mean, this would ban Glock switches.
Yeah, right.
Everyone in the room is like, you know those are already banned, right? Like, those aren't even regulated. Those are just banned.
I'm gonna throw this in our text, the show text. Okay. So Magpul made a post this morning, and I retweeted it, and it's an AI generated image of a guy with a dog holding an AR-10, but the configuration of the AR-10, AI constantly screws up fingers and eyeballs in apparently the orientation of magazines and pistol grips in this instance. But my comment was, I think AI is where the Congress critters are getting their intelligence from, because AI has the same childlike understanding of a gun and how it operates in its design as Congress critters do.
Yeah.
They're out there calling for the ban of things. The bump stocks are a novelty, folks. And the thing that happened in Vegas, I'm 100% convinced wasn't some guy with a bump stock on a bipod. Try firing a bump stock off a bipod, first of all. And secondly, allegedly, and then try to run 100 rounds through a bump fired anything and do it with steady mechanical type cadence. It doesn't happen. And so there's just so many things wrong with this whole argument. And it just fell flat, like you said, because they're just, Anyway,
well, but they are manipulators, and they are trying to game whatever happens in the political sphere for their own advantage. And I really don't blame them for doing that, because that is what a politician does. I mean, genuinely, that is their sole effort in life, is to increase their own power through manipulation. Like, let's just call it what it is, right?
Right.
But genuinely, they set this thing up as this, I'm tremendously outraged, and everyone tweet this, and they're opening up machine guns for everybody. Far right MAGA court. It's out of balance. Set up the emotional churn. Get it going. We're going to do a big bill on Tuesday. And then the bill came through, and literally, guys, right on cue, this is what it looks like when they follow their plan, but no one cares. Look at this. This is number 8. So Chuck Schumer did that after his vote introduction failed. But look at number 8, Tim. Giffords. This is like within an hour. I think you and I texted on this. Extreme Senate Republicans just blocked a vote to ban bump stocks. Bump stocks turned semi-automatic rifles into automatic weapons and were used to kill 60 people and injure over 400 in Las Vegas. This fall, we must elect a Congress that works to protect the American people. Literally, they had that written, I swear to you, on Monday.
Yeah.
Waiting for them to object to this. I mean, these people are so transparent, and no one cared.
And no one cared. And the messaging, the convoluted messaging was hysterical. Watching various news organizations say bump stocks are military grade. Mm-hmm. Yes, folks, we don't have a giggle switch in the military. We're using bump stocks. It's far more efficient and much more reliable. Literally, a pinch of sand on a bump stock will cause it to stop working. It is a pure novelty. And the vast majority of the time, everybody I've ever seen pick up a bump stock and try to use it has a very difficult time understanding how to get it to work. And then they can barely get it to work. And then it'll be a few little bup. But what you don't get is it doesn't work that way.
Tim, careful. You're going to trigger the algorithm. I think you just went full auto. Gah.
Well, I went full semi-auto. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
I do. But this is so funny to watch, dude, because no one's talking about this on the left. It's over. It was a flash in the pan.
It fizzled.
It was literally, it fizzled out.
They're back to abortion.
This is what you see. Yeah. Exactly. They're back to something else. This world-ending, the Republicans will never recover from this one. Literally, no one's talking about it 5 days after it happened.
Yep.
Now, why no one's talking about it? Because even the guys on the right are like, we don't care about bump stocks. The ATF can't do that. Good talk.
Right. This is about Chevron. It's not about bump stocks. Move on.
Right.
Yeah. And we're going to get that decision here soon, too. And that is really going to cause heads to explode.
Oh, I'm so excited. I really hope it comes down the way it should. But it is telling, though, dude, if you look at all the manipulation from the media and what the Democrats will try to do, when something works and it sticks around, it's around for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And it's ad nauseum to where it's like, I don't even want to hear this word anymore. But on this one, dude, even on the gun rights side, we moved right on to banning firearms in post offices real quick. I mean, even FPC that won this, they were like, so anyway, did you hear about the post office lawsuit we just filed? I mean, It's literally like no one cares.
Nobody cares.
Oh, you love to see them fail, don't you?
But it's funny to watch them throw their spaghetti at the wall. They're just hoping something sticks so they can.
Gives us a job.
They can do their fake outrage. Like, oh my God, can you believe? Nobody cares. Yeah. Okay, how about this? Cares. Oh my God, did you see this?
One? Yeah. What about the next one? Let's crank up the emotional.
I'm not getting the response I want. Well, let's do an old tried and true fallback. They're going to take Social Security. That was going around right after this happened.
Yes, I saw that. It's so like, crazy you brought that up. I heard that Eric Swalwell said that was what was going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird.
So they went from the Republicans put machine guns back on the streets. Not polling well. It's Social Security, folks. They're coming for Social Security.
They're going to kill you. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, but that's our update, Tim. So I guess we can tuck the bump stock bed thing right to bed, put it over there in the corner under a nice blanket. Now put Cargill in there as another win for us. Lefties didn't get any kind of political mileage from it. Overall, pretty good day, Tim. Yep. Pretty good day.
Now I can't wait to see how this all plays out with braces and Chevron. Those are going to be fun videos to make. So anyway, we'll keep you guys posted. Let's see if the Supreme Court continues their trend of just smacking the commies in the face. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon.